Yeah. Am I audible, everyone? Come on, everybody, how many there? How many of you students are there in the lecture? Chalo, the number is rising, students, everyone, 19 people are watching live. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Bhanu. Good evening, Navya, good evening. Ankita, Sarangi, very good evening, Ankita, Navya, very good evening. Isha, good evening, everyone. Geetanjali, how are you all? Great. Razia Mirza, very good. Chalo. So, shall we start? Ela unnaru meer andariki. Hey, how is the Josh, everyone? How is the Josh? Yeah, so shall we start the session, everyone? Before starting, students, మీతోనే నాకు కొంచెం మాట్లాడాలి. Let's talk about the portion and the flow, or you can say the blueprint that we will be following for this session. Okay, very good. Navya, very good. Isha, amazing. Chalo. So students, I think we have posted a poll today itself for completing the syllabus, and a majority of you has voted to start the basics from class 11th and class 12th. So inter first year and second year nunchi we have to complete the basics first. So me comments and me poll choosy, I have decided a flow. Okay, so let's just see how the flow goes like. Before that, everyone is there in the chat. All of you, the numbers are very less, re baba. Come on, hit a like to the session. Everyone hit a like. Chalo, good. So students, I've told you twice before also. If you're looking for the syllabus in NEET examination, there are only two branches of physics that keep a huge weightage, okay? So, ee branches enti ante, the most important branch in your physics is mechanics. I've told you earlier also, approximately 30 to 40% or 30 to 35% of the weightage is there for this branch of mechanics, okay? After mechanics, the most important branch that you have for your physics is the electrodynamics. So students, and even the weightage for this electrodynamics stands somewhere in between 30 to 35%. Ardhamainda? And idi mechanics ante, this is the portion from your class 11th. Ante your first year kada? And this electrodynamics is the portion from your class 12th. Now that we are almost about to end this basics of mathematics, we will majorly be targeting on your units and dimensions after that. Endukante, you see, to cover any of the chapter in your class 11th or class 12th, be it class 11th or be it class 12th, the basics enti ante, the first basics is units and dimensions. If you don't know units and dimensions, you cannot touch any of the topic, be it electrostatics, be it modern physics, be it, current electricity, whatever, yedaina topic it is. After your units and dimensions, the next immediate topic that we will be considering would be your vectors. Okkasari ఈ రెండు చాప్టర్స్ అయిపోయి తర్వాత if these chapters are completed, I can be extremely sure that you have the enough set of weapons or tools to crack whatever is there in your examination. If you don't know about units and dimensions and vectors, you will not understand mechanics. You will also not understand about electrodynamics as well. So ఒక్కసారి let's see about the number of questions that have been asked in your NEET examination this year. So ఈ year లో మీ మెకానిక్స్ నుంచి this is the total number of questions that was asked. So observe చేయండి, units and dimension నుంచి there were 3 questions asked. అంటే you can expect around 12 marks from this units and dimensions. Let's, even if you are considering about the average marks are approximately 10. You just fix it in your mind. దాని తర్వాత if you talk about kinematics 1D, there were again 3 questions అంటే 12 marks for this also. 2D నుంచి there is no question, so we can skip. We talk about Newton's laws of motion. Again ఈసారి there were 2 questions asked అంటే ఈ 2 questions నుంచి 8 marks వస్తుంది. Immediately if you shift to work per energy, there were around 4 marks. Rotations and center of mass, there were around approximately 12 marks. Gravitation 2 questions kada, so that would approximately tell you 8 marks. And thermal property will give you 4 marks. Waves will give you again 8 marks, and oscillation will give you again 4 marks. You add it. 36 kada, 36 plus 4 ante 40 plus, okay, 12 complete, 12 36 plus 4 40 plus 8 48 plus 8 56 plus 4 ante 60 plus 8 68 plus 4 ante approximately 72 marks have been asked from your class 11th syllabus. So if at all there is a student who wants to ignore class 11th and jump directly to 12th, sir, don't take us class 11th, we just want to be continuing with class 12th, you're going to lose 72 marks beta. ఇప్పుడు if we see the syllabus of class 12th, observe చేయండి, నేను చెప్పినా కదా electrodynamics is the biggest branch in class 12th. So I am writing the chapters from electrodynamics over here. Current electricity is a part of electrodynamics. Electric potential and capacitance is part of electrodynamics. AC is electrodynamics. EM waves is electrodynamics. Magnetism kuda electrodynamics nunchi untundi. Compare cheste, you just write the marks. 16 marks from current electricity, 12 marks from electric potential, 8 marks from alternating current. EM waves nunchi you have around 8 marks. Magnetism, EMI and magnetism, rendu chapters untundi kada magnetism lo. So approximately from magnetism you will be asked for 20 marks ekkadi nunchi. Optics ki you have approximately 16 marks, and then KTG is for 8 marks, you can say that. So if you just consider electrodynamics, this is 16 plus 12, 28 plus 8 and 36 plus 8, 44 plus 20, 64 plus 64 marks is approximately for your electrodynamics. So 72 from mechanics, 64 from electrodynamics. So observe cheyandi. So if you're telling about only mechanics, you have approximately around 72 marks. Electrodynamics ko vaste, you approximately will get 64 marks. Even if you consider only these 2 topics, mechanics plus electrodynamics, your rough addition will somewhere be around 136 out of 180. Cheppandi, is it a good score or not a good score? So how would you decide the topics? Like what to cover and what to skip, it all depends on you students. Kani you observe cheyandi, 136 marks is only from the 2 major branches, mechanics and electro, ante, finished. So if you are covering these 2 branches, that's it. So your 130 to 140 marks you can easily expect in your physics. Rest of the topics, if I have to tell, you see optics lo there are 2 optics kada, geometrical optics is there and wave optics is there. So renduni చూసి the time that it will take to cover geometrical optics approximately will take us around 20 to 24 days of time, okay? 20 to 24 of time only for geometrical optics. And even for that time, you consider the weightage of the questions, 4 questions for complete optics kada. So 2 from geometrical, 2 from wave optics. So 24 days of lectures invest chesi, you are only getting 2 questions from optics. Is it a wise decision for someone who is a dropper and who does not have time? In 5 to 6 months you are going to appear for your examination. సో నా రికమెండేషన్ ఏంటి అంటే I recommend all of you, especially droppers kada, to only focus on 2 branches, mechanics, electrodynamics, ante. Modern physics is there. Even if you consider modern physics, it will be completed in only 15 to 20 days of time. So that means if you are interested in last 15 days of your NEET examination, May month kada, so if you even start from April mid, your complete modern physics will be completed. Full. Don't worry about that at all. So in those 15 days only, you could easily get 20 more marks. So ante, if you are covering only 3 topics, mechanics, electrodynamics and modern physics, 20 marks extra add cheyandi, you can easily land to 156 marks, and 150 is a very good marks in, in physics. So even if you are planning something like this, ki 150 to 140 to 150 marks in your physics, your chemistry sir is there. Your chemistry sir, even if you are planning around 130 to 140 marks in chemistry, it is 280 already ikkada ochindi kada. Now if you want a medical seat, approximately 300 is the minimum score that you have to chase, okay? So 300 from biology and 200 from physics and chemistry adds up to 580. It is chala baga score kada. You can easily get into any medical colleges, be it government or semi-government, does not matter, okay? So 580 is the target score. You assume your target for your examination to be 600. So students, 600 ni target chesi, you have to break down your 600 into 3 subjects. If you are skipping any one of the subject out of the 3, that's it, you will never be able to score a good marks. Ante, if you are scoring or if you are targeting around 600 to 650 marks, you don't have to be all India rank topper kada. Even if you are scoring 600 to 650, any marks in between these two, be it 620, 630, edaina marks ante. If you are scoring 600, you make your target. Depending upon, you just have 5 months for your preparation kada. 5 months unte, you have to score at least 140 marks in physics. Chemistry lo kuda, you at least have to score 140. Rest 300 to 320 marks you have to score in your biology. Now your biology sir will tell everything in detail, how to do and what to do. Na area of interest enti ante, I only will talk to you about physics. Even in physics, you consider these 2 branches majorly. The first would be your mechanics and the second would be your electrodynamics. In the last 15 days of your examination, we would be finishing entire modern physics from scratch itself. So only in the last 15 days, including the PYQs, we will be covering your modern physics. So ekkad nunchi you can easily expect 4 questions, at least 4 questions. Ardhamainda? If you talk about electrodynamics, you can easily expect approximately 65 to 70 marks of question paper. So approximately 70 expect cheyandi. Ekkad nunchi kuda mechanics lo also you can easily expect 70. So ekkada 70, 70 and 16. It is easily equals to 156 marks. 70 from electrodynamics, 70 from mechanics and 16 from your modern physics. Eppudu, even if you have time now also, eppudu kuda time unte, you can, go through the other topics, waves and oscillations, thermodynamics, KTG and ETC, remaining all the topics you want. Kani, you cannot compromise with these 2 branches. And the second thing that I would also say you is, if let's say your mechanics and your electrodynamics has been completed, first goal is 4 months low, only single goal that you have to cover these 2. That's it. Mechanics and electrodynamics. 4 months aite, what is this month? December kada. December, January, February, March. March end varaku your entire mechanics and electrodynamics should get completed. March, April nunchi you can start focusing on other topics. And April mid nunchi we can go for modern physics. Ardham vachunda? From April mid, we can go for modern physics. It will only take 15 days of time for you to complete. Deentlo kuda, if your atomic structure is good in physical chemistry, you are easily going to understand it in only 1 week. Okate condition matrame kada, that is your atomic structure chapter should be extremely good. Now, these days that are left in April, you can focus them in, only memorizing or understanding the formulas without going into the much technical detailities. So let me also see your comments. Em cheptunnaru? Yeah. Yes, Amulya, exactly. Exactly. Amulya, I believe that the cutoff would not go for, 560 to 570 would be the best. Good. Yeah. Gayu Vini, we will be trying to cover the syllabus as soon as possible. So let's go for today's syllabus, okay? So we left your calculus in the beginning, in the middle itself, kada? Yeah, so let's see. Okay. In the year 2024, there was a student that I mentored. He got 640 marks in NEET 2024. Danish Saudagar was his name. The major strategy that we adopted in mentoring him was to cover the major topics in physics. ఎందుకంటే ఏమైతుంది అంటే if you are covering, let's say you are started with mechanics. Mechanics లో కూడా you did about units and dimensions, you did vectors, and akkadi nunchi you directly shift to class 12th. Newton's laws, you don't cover it. Other topics, you don't cover it. What happens is, if you are taking too much of gap in mechanics chapters, then your grip over the topics, whatever you have learned, it gets loose and loose. So you must keep mechanics and at the same time electrodynamics in your hands. One chapter from mechanics, one chapter from electrodynamics. One from this, one from that. One from this, one from that. Very good combination. Kani, these two are the chapters that decide your complete basics, kada. So if you don't cover these two topics, or if you are weak at these two topics, ante. Vectors completely decides the fate of your class 12 syllabus. Ardham ostunda? Okay, anyways, let's go towards our remaining discussion. Chalo. So, in class law students, we will only be targeting, or we can say we will be covering differentiation and integration again. Although it was taken by me yesterday, today also we will take for, yeah. Nellore ASI R key 550 plus enough. Chalo. So let's do the quick revision of differentiation. I told you that differentiation is an operation unlike any other operation, be it addition, be it subtraction. So na daggara oka values unte, let's say 3 plus 4 is equals to 7. These were the operands, operator and results kada. So ekkada kuda d by d is an operator. So there will be operands in this operator. You can fill it whatever you want. Kani this should be an English letter. Once you have decided this later, whatever you are taking, it should be written over here itself. From here we discussed some formulas kada. So I told you d by dx of x to the power n. What was the formula, students? So it was n into x to the power n minus 1 kada. We also discussed about d by dx of x to the power 5 is equals to 5 into x to the power 4. Similarly, d by dx of x to the power minus 3 is equals to minus 3 into x to the power minus 4. Ante. So we'll just go towards the rules. So the rules were something like this: d by dx of sin x is equals to cos x. Students, I'm writing it once again, okay? So I want all of you to get very good with this topics. Similarly, we can say d by dx of cos x is equals to minus of sin x. d by dx of tan x is equals to secant square x. Similarly, d by dx of e to the power x is equals to e to the power x. d by dx of ln x is equals to 1 by x kada. And ante, that would be more than sufficient for you. Chalo. Then we talked about the addition of the functions kada. So let's say na daggara d by dx of oka 2 rendu functions untundi. Let's say the first one is x cube, the second one is 4x to the power 5. Ela differentiate chala sir ji? You differentiate one by one to all of them. You can simply say d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of 4x to the power 5 kada. Okay, so differentiate from here, so it comes out to be 3x square plus, I told you the short trick, students. So you multiply this 4 and 5, it comes out to be 20 x to the power, it was initially 5, then you reduce by 1, it comes to be 4 itself. Ante. So this was for f plus g of x. Similarly, subtraction unte, we do the same thing. d by dx of x to the power 7 minus x to the power 6. Ela differentiate cheyala? Okati tisi, you have to differentiate. So it is d by dx of x to the power 7 minus d by dx of x to the power 6 kada. So it comes out to be 7x to the power 6 minus 6x to the power 5. Next, UV rule. I told about multiplication kada. So if you have the multiplication of two different functions, ela solve chestaru? d by dx of x square into e to the power x. Come on, andariki cheppandi. What is the answer for this? Okay, I'll slow go. Cheppandi, everybody. Yeah. So em chestaru ikkada? You take one, you skip one, and then you take other, you skip other. So you pick x square in the initial time, you leave e to the power x, so it would be d by dx of x square multiplied by e to the power x. Kani multiplication unte, what did I say in the last class? Multiplication, if it is there, you take the plus sign and then you reverse the numbers. So reverse chesi, you will be left with x square into d by dx of e to the power x kada. Okay, good Sarji, very good. Now I am going to simplify it. D by dx of x square enti ante, it is 2x into e to the power x plus ekkada kuda you take x square as it is, d by dx of e to the power x. Em ostundi? d by dx of e to the power x, e to the power x kada. So it will be e to the power x itself. So if you want to take common, you can take e to the power x common also, and you can write e to the power x into 2x plus x squared. So idena differentiation d by dx of x square into e to the power x. Ante kada. You can also go with another question, d by dx of sin x into cos x. Cheppandi. Cheppandi andariki. Take the first, leave the second, and then take the second, leave the first. So I can write here, it is d by dx of sin x into cos x kada, plus, enduku plus sarji, ikkada multiplication unte, you have to take plus over here, and I'll be writing sin x into d by dx of cos x. Great, sir. Now I have to simplify. The derivative of sin x is cos x. So cos x into cos x becomes cos square x, plus the derivative of the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So ekkad nunchi you can simply write cos square x minus sin square x kada. Great. Chalo. Now I want to discuss about u by v rule, students. Andariki okkasari ikkada chudandi. I can simply say d by dx of u by v. So u is my first function, v is my second function kada. So you can first differentiate the numerator and then the denominator. So numerator ni differentiate chesi, you are left with d by dx of u multiplied by v. Ekkada division untundi kada, so you have to take minus ekkada kuda. And now you can write d by dx of v multiplied by u. Mottam ni you can divide it by the denominator square, v square. Ardham vastundi? Now you can take an example, d by dx of x divided by e to the power x. Or you can also go for e to the power x by x. Come on, cheppandi. So ekkada numerator ni observe chesi, numerator is x kada. So you can simply take the derivative d by dx of x multiplied by e to the power x minus, what can I write? It will be x into d by dx of e to the power x divided by denominator ki square. What is the denominator? Denominator is e to the power x kada. You square it. Simplify cheyandi. Simplify cheste d by dx of x em vastundi 1 kada. So I told you in the last class also, it will be 1 into e to the power x minus x into d by dx of e to the power x em vastundi. Again it will be e to the power x. Mottam you can divide by e to the power x square ante e to the power 2x kada. Now you can do whatever you like. You can do one thing. You can take out e to the power x common from this, and you are left with 1 minus x divided by e to the power 2x kada. Ekkada e to the power x, e to the power 2x ni cancel chesi, you are left with 1 minus x divided by e to the power x. Ardham vastundi everybody? Chalo, good. Let's discuss a few more questions, students. d by dx of tan x ela solve cheyale. So can I write this d by dx of tan x as like this? So d by dx of sin x divided by cos x kada. Cheppandi, it is again in the u by v form. So ela differentiate chestaru? You will have to take the numerator first, skip the denominator, then take the denominator, skip the numerator, divide by the denominator squared. So it is going to be d by dx of sin x multiplied by cos x kada. Now it is division, so you take minus sign from here and you are left with d by dx of cos x into sin x divided by denominator square kada. So what is the denominator? Denominator is cos x ki square chesti. Now you simplify and you will be getting the derivative of sin x is cos x into cos x minus the derivative of cos x and it is negative sin x kada. So it is negative sin x into sin x divided by cos x ki whole square. And you are left with cos square x minus minus plus ostundi kada. So it becomes sin x into sin x and it will become sin square x divided by cos x whole square. Cos square x plus sin square x enta? It will become 1 upon cos square x. Again students, 1 upon cos x becomes automatically secant square x kada. So it is d by dx of tan x. If you don't want to, study, at least spam cheyakandi. Endukante there are students who are observing this lecture very carefully and their doubt will remain mystery itself. Chalo, everyone. Now, let's see the next part of the discussion. Composite differentiation kada. If at all I have the function of this form, for example, let's say e to the power e to the power sin x kada. So how would you differentiate, students? You can simply start from outside and then go into the internal part of the operations. So ela differentiate cheyalante, you can simply say e to the power x ki derivative ante e to the power x kada. So you have to write as it is and then you go inside kada. So you can take, instead of sin x, you can take cos x. Next, if at all you have d by dx of sine of cos of, let's say, x square. E function ki ela differentiate cheyala. Now you can again start from the outer part and then you can go slowly in the inner part kada. So tell me, the derivative of the sin x is only cos x and you have to substitute only cos x in place of sin x. So cheppandi, so it becomes sin ki place lo it will be cos. Write whatever is there into the cos part as it is. So it becomes cos of x square. Good, chalo. Now multiplied by, go inside. Chudandi, cos untundi kada, the derivative of cos is negative of sin. Ekkada kuda migita as it is you have to write into it and then again you go inside. The derivative of x square, it is 2x kada ante. So this is the whole process of composite differentiation. Next, derivative as a slope. Nene cheppina kada, you have also the differentiation in the form of derivative as a slope. So na daggara oka function ki graph unte, let's say if this is the graph of the function. What did I say in the last class, everyone? So if at all I have a graph of a function, meeru okkate point chuskondi. So let's say you are observing this point. Let's say this point is x0, y0 on the function. For example, the equation is y is equals to x square kada. And oka general point ante, let's say 2, 4 is the point that you are interested in. Ee function lo you only draw a tangent. So tangent draw chesi, the next step that you would be doing is the angle that this tangent makes with the x-axis. Okkasari ee angle find cheste, you have to take the tan of theta and you can automatically say this is d by dx of whatever equation it is. So ekkada x square kada, so you can say tan theta is d by dx of x square a point lo. What point? 2 point kada. So at x is equals to 2. Differentiate cheyandi, d by dx of x square enta. So it is going to be d by dx of x square. Ante it is 2x kada. X ki value enti ante it is 2. So substitute chesi, it becomes 2 into 2, that is equals to 4. So that means the tan of the angle theta, whatever it is making with the x-axis, you can simply say is equals to 4. అర్థమైందా కదా? Chalo, very good. Next. Students, we have to see the application of derivative in the application part, and that is your distance, your acceleration and your velocity kada. Chalo. Right. So students, live is there? Oh, but I've been told that 6 to 8 is mine. 6 to 8. 6 to 8 you have? Yeah. No. You can confirm with Mithun once. Yeah, I've confirmed the booking. They said from 7 to 9. No. 6 to 8 is mine, and even after 8, I have till 10 p.m. Yeah, sure. So yeah, you can say I have 3 different terms. The first one is the distance or the displacement, whatever it is there. The second one is the velocity kada. And moododo, it is the acceleration. So students, aim relation untundi ee modulo ante you can simply go differentiate distance, you will get velocity. Ekkada kuda velocity ni differentiate cheste, you will be left with acceleration kada. So let's imagine na daggara I have an equation for the displacement, and I'm telling you s is equals to t cube plus 3t squared plus 60. If the value of displacement is this, find velocity at t is equals to 2 seconds. Cheppandi. Na daggara displacement untundi kada. The only thing that I have to do is differentiate this equation in order to get velocity. Ela differentiate chestaru ante velocity is equals to ds by dt kada. So substitute cheyandi, it is d by dt of s. S ki place lo you can substitute, it is t cube plus 3t squared plus 60 kada. Okay, substitute and simplify. Simplify chesi, you will be getting the derivative of t cube as 3t square plus the derivative of 3t square as 60, and the derivative of 60 is equals to 6 itself. Very good, Sergi. I have got the value for the velocity. Ekkad nunchi you have to also find the velocity at 2 seconds kada. So substitute cheyandi ee equation lo t is equals to 2. Let's see what comes. So it is 3 into t square ante 3 into 2 square plus 6 into 2 ante 6 into 2, and it is only equals to 6 kada. So it is coming out as 12 plus 12 plus 6. So it is equals to 34 meters per second. Ide na answer. Okay sir, let's move forward. Cheppandi. Read the question carefully and then you can try to answer this question kada. Chalo. Yeah. So the question says the magnetic flux linked with a coil in Weber is given by P is equals to its flux, okay? So it's phi, you can take it as phi. So it is equals to phi t square plus 3t plus 16. The magnitude of the induced EMF at the 4th second will be dash. So ide oka straightforward question from your differentiation perspective. Okasari question ku chuste, if you know this formula, the hint for this would be hello. ह्याच्यामध्ये कंटिन्यू ना. हाँ ठीक है चलते. नहीं. Yeah, it's on. Okay, no problem. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So yeah, the hint is the magnitude of induced EMF is equals to, or modulus of EMF is equals to d phi by dt. Ante. It is the only formula that you have to observe. Cheppandi students, substitute change, they have differentiated, that's it. So I'm getting EMF of this is equals to d by dt of phi kada. Phi ki value enti sir ji, phi t square plus 3t plus 16. Substitute change, it is coming out to be phi t square plus 3t plus 16 kada. Differentiate chesi this phi t square derivative. What do you think? Derivative of phi t square. You multiply this to 5 into 2 becomes 10 into t kada. It is t square. When you're differentiating, the square power 2 will reduce to power 1. Ekkada vachesi the 3t is there, the derivative of 3t is simply equals to t 3 kada. Ante. 16 is a constant number. ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక constant number is there in the derivative sign, the derivative is simply equals to 0. You don't have to think anything, you just have to write the answer directly. Chalo. Kani, the question asks me the EMF at the 4th second. Ante you have to substitute t is equals to 4 into the equation. Substitute change, so it becomes 10 into 4 plus 3 kada. So 10 into 4, 40, 40 plus 3 becomes 43. This is my EMF into the coil. Sir, very good. We can go for the another aspect of differentiation. Students, observe cheyandi. It is one of the most important topic or important part when it comes to maxima and minima. Endukante I have at least seen 10 to 15 questions in last year that directly are linked with the minima and maxima. How would you find the minima and maxima? I'll tell you. For example, let's say na దగ్గర ఒక physical quantity ఉంది and the quantity is varying with respect to x as x square plus 6x minus 10. I have to find the minimum value of this. Then the minimum value of p is dash. Ela find cheyala? You simply have to differentiate it. Whatever it is there, if you're asked to find the minima or maxima, okate operation, that is differentiation. You're done with that, you're done with the minima and maxima. So find the value of d by dx of this whole operation, sorry, d by dx of p kada. So that means you have to calculate d by dx of x square plus 6x minus 10. How many of you can differentiate? All of you. Chalo. Good. So it becomes x square derivative into 2x. Ekkad nunchi plus 6. Idena d by dx of p. So aim cheyala sir, differentiation is completed. Now, once your differentiation is done, the step 2 that you will be doing is equate this derivative dp by dx with 0. Ade. Be it minimum, be it maximum, you will always equate the derivative with 0. So, ekkada kuda ee equation ni 0 tone equate chesi, what you will get is 2x plus 6 is equals to 0 kada. So, directly you can say x is equals to minus 3. Ante at x is equals to minus 3, you will be having the minimum value of the quantity p. Substitute change and you can simply say p is equals to x square kada. X square ante minus 3 ki square plus 6x, right? So it is 6 into x is minus 3 and it is minus 10. So you write it minus 10. So minus 3 square is plus 9. Minus 6 into 3 becomes minus 18 and this is minus 10 kada. So minus 18 minus 10 minus 28 plus 9. Chappandi. 19 kada. So it is the minimum value of the quantity or function whatever I am interested in. Great. The position of a moving object is given by s is equals to t cube minus 6t square. Array, let's do one thing. This equation is not valid, okay? So I'm just changing this equation. So you can simply take s is equals to 3t square minus 18t plus 10. Yeah, ekkada nunchi you find the time at which the speed is minimum. So idena displacement or distance, edena you want to call, you call. Okay? You have to find the speed from here. ఎలా ఫైండ్ చేయాలా? You differentiate. So you can simply say v is equals to ds by dt కదా. Great. Differentiate చేయండి ఇక్కడ. So it is d by dt of మొత్తం quantity 3t squared minus 18t plus 10 కదా. So yeah, substitute. So 3t square की derivative ఎంత వస్తుంది sir? Sir, it is 3. Sir, ఇక్కడ 2 multiply చేయండి. 3 2s are 6. It is t as it is, right? 2 it is there. You reduce it by 1. It remains 1. ఇక్కడ minus 18. It is the velocity. But what is the question asking? The question is asking, find the time at which the speed is minimum. So minimum speed enta ante it is equals to 0 kada. Substitute cheyandi. 60 minus 18 is equals to 0. Ekkadi nunchi you will getting time is equals to 3 seconds. So that means at t is equals to 3 seconds. Come on, cheppandi. The speed is minimum kada. Ante. Next, the value of y changes with x as y is equals to 3x square minus 18x. The minimum value of y will be dash. Students, I want you to attempt this by yourself. Let's see. Chalo. Andariki. So I am having the relationship between y and x kada. I have to differentiate it. So how would I find? For y minimum, what would you do? Differentiate chesi 0 tone equate cheyala kada. First of all, differentiate it. So you will be getting d by dx of y is equals to d by dx of this whole quantity. What is this? 3x square minus 18x kada. So the derivative of 3x square enta vastundi ante it is simply equals to 6x minus 18. It is the dy by dx ki value. Ekkadi nunchi you equate this value with 0, you will be getting 6x minus 18 is equals to 0 kada. So you are left with 6x is equals to 18 and then x is equals to 18 by 6, that is equals to 3. So at x is equals to 3, you will be getting the minimum value. Can it is not the minimum value kada. It is only the value of x at which the minimum value is occurring. So you substitute this value into the original equation and you will be getting the value of y minimum. Enta vastundi? 3 into x square kada. X square ante 3 square. So 3 into 3 ki square minus 18 into 3. Cheppandi. 3 into 3 square ante 27 kada. Minus 18 into 3 ante 54. So 27 minus 54 is minus 27. So idi na y ki minimum value ochindi. Now let's move to the next question. A mass m breaks into two smaller fragments. What should be the ratio of the masses? Ekkada? Don't take the forces re baba. It should be, what should be the ratio of the masses? Such that the gravitational force between them is maximum. So initially I have this mass capital M. This mass has been broken in rendu vere masses kada. So let's say this value is x. Automatically this value become m minus x. Ippudu gravitational force between the two masses raskondi. What is the formula for gravitational force? F is equals to g m1 m2 by r square kada. Ikkada r gurunchi it is not talking much about it. So you can simply ignore the value of r as constant value and then you can go for g times. So what is the value of m1? M1 ki value enti? X kada. So it is x multiplied by raskondi. M2 ki value ante m minus x kada divided by r square. Simplify if you want, you can simplify it also. You will simply left with g into x into m minus x. Cheppandi. X into m minus x and x into m minus x into x. So it becomes x into m minus x into x and x square divided by r square. Separate cheyandi rendu terms ki. So it will become g into m into x divided by r square. Ante kada. And you again divide this r square with this x. So it becomes g into x square. Sorry. It should be minus. It should be minus. Yeah, so minus gx by r square. So ide na gravitational force F. Ippudu I have to find the maximum value kada. So ela find cheyala maximum value? You differentiate this and differentiate chesi, you have to equate with the derivative with 0 kada. So you have to find d by dx of f and you equate it with 0. చెప్పండి d by dx of f అంటే ఎంత వస్తుంది? So it is simply equals to gm by r square kada. ఎందుకంటే the x is there and you can simply say d by dx of any constant number 2x, 3x, 4x is 2 itself. So d by dx of this మొత్తం is simply equals to gm by r square. Right here it is gx square by r square. Nare? Great. Yeah. So now you differentiate this also. You will be left with 2 times g times x divided by r square. Ante, this is my derivative d by dx of force. The next thing that you have to do is you equate this with 0. So this r square, g gets cancelled. M also gets, so it should be gx kada? Array, it should not be there. Array, it should not be there. It should not be gm. It should be simply equals to g upon r square. Yeah, chappandi. So now this gg also gets cancelled. You're left with m minus 2x is equals to 0 kada. So ekkad nunchi you can simply say m is equals to 2x and then x is equals to m by 2. So that means if your value of x is coming out as m by 2, the other mass will also be equals to m by 2. Ante I have a mass, it is getting split into 2 different masses. Maximum gravitational force kavalante the rendu mass, both the masses should be equal. Ade. So the ratio of masses will be m by 2 divided by m by 2. So it becomes to be 1 itself. Good. Next, let's talk about partial differentiation. Yeah. So Sarji, what is the scenario in partial differentiation ante? We do not differentiate the total expression. Mari em cheyale? You can simply say I have the value of, let's say m. It is equals to x square plus 2y square plus z square. So here are 3 different variables. 3 different variables untundi kada. X is also a variable, y is also a variable, z is also a variable. Kani I don't have to differentiate considering all 3 variables. So therefore I am writing partial differentiation. So ela ravale del m by del x. Observe cheyandi ee symbol ki del m by del x. So it is equals to the derivative of the whole expression only considering x is a variable. Ante you consider any other variable, that variable will be a constant for partial derivative. So how would you do it? So you can simply say del by del x of m ante del by del x of x square plus 2y square plus z square kada. So when you're talking about partial derivative, always remember only x is your variable, migita everything is a constant number. So when you're doing it, you only take the derivative of x square. Enta vastundi? It is 2x plus 2y square ki derivative partial untundi kada. So you take it as 0 endukante you are treating y square as constant. Similarly, z square also you are treating it as a constant. So you can simply say del by del x of m is equals to 2x. Ide question lo, if I'm asking you del by del y of m, how would you write it? So you will simply say, Sarji, it is very simple re baba, it is x square plus 2y square plus z square kada. So since it is del or partial derivative of y, you will again consider x and z to be constants in this equation. So you can simply say partial derivative of y is, initially x square is a constant number, the derivative is 0 plus 2y square ki derivative cheyandi. Differentiate cheste you are left with 4 into y kada. plus again the partial derivative of z square is 0. So ekkadi nunchi you are getting the value of del by del y of m is equals to 4y. And lastly, if you are asked to find del by del z of m, so del by del z of m ki ela rastaru? So you can simply say del by del z of x square plus 2y square plus z square kada. So you treat x square as constant, you treat y square as constant. The only variable is z square. So you differentiate it and you will only be left with 2z. Ante. So this is known as the partial derivative. Endugu sir, why are you talking about this partial derivative? It is directly linked with your physics question in electrodynamics, electric field and electric potential tone. Okay, great. A question ko observe cheyandi. The question says the electric field at a point x, y, z is given by this mottam. The electric potential, it should be electric potential, okay? It should be electric potential. Cheppandi. So I have given you the hint here also. So hint says I have simply E is equals to del V by del X I cap plus del V by del Y J cap plus del V by del Z K cap. Substitute change. You just have to substitute and you have to treat X as variable. Migita mottam you can treat it as constant here. Cheppandi. So you are left with del by del X of V kada. So instead of V you can substitute minus X square plus, minus X square Y untundi kada. So yeah, it should be minus X square Y minus X into Z square plus 4. Ekkada kuda you have to write plus del by del Y of all of it. So it's minus X Y square Y minus X into Z square plus 4. And in the last you have to write plus del by del Z of V kada. So substitute change. So it's minus X square Y minus X into Z cube plus 4. Okasari you're done with all this, you can simplify assuming only X to be the variable. Ekkadi nunchi observe cheyandi students. Del by del X kada. So only this term will be variable. Only this term will be variable. Rest this Y will be a constant for me. Ekkada kuda ee Z square ante constant and this 4 will also be a constant. So accordingly you have to differentiate it. So if this x square is y is constant number, take out of integration, differentiation, and you will only left with negative of y. I have taken it outside. Derivative of x square ante 2x kada. Again you take out this negative sign. You assume z square to be a constant number and then you differentiate it. It only remains z square. So all of it is in the I cap direction. Plus again, since it is del by del y, only assume y to be variable. Migita mottam it automatically becomes a constant number for you. So the derivative of constant is 0 kada. Great. Now the derivative of this terminology is simply equals to minus x square into j cap. And in the end, raskondi, cheppandi. So z is my variable and x and y will become constant and the derivative of these two becomes 0. Endukante constant untundi kada. Now the only thing that you would be doing is negative of x into z cube. Z cube ki derivative cheppandi. So x into z cube ki derivative ante 3z square kada. Great. So it is in the k cap direction. So here onwards I will be getting my field as negative 2xy minus z square of I cap minus x square of j cap and it is minus 3xz square of k cap. Ante. So this is my electric field. Field kada? Great. Chalo. Next. I want all of you to observe this question and write. A capacitor of capacitance C is connected across an AC source of voltage V given by V is equals to A sine of omega t. The displacement current between the plates of the capacitor will be given by dash. So, ekkadi nunchi you take this hint, q is equals to c into v kada, and then you can also say I is equals to dq by dt. So first thing that I'm writing, I is equals to dq by dt. So in place of this q, you substitute the value of mottam, all of this, q by cv kada. So d by dt of q ante d by dt of c into v. That means d by dt of what's given to you? Capacitance and capacitance C, and what is the voltage? Voltage is this one. Substitute. So capacitance is C, voltage is A times of sine of omega t. Ante. So this is my current. Tell me. So C is a constant, A is a constant, take out of differentiation sign. So it becomes A times C, the derivative of sine omega t. The derivative of sine omega t ante cos omega t kada, and it's not finished yet. It is the composite differentiation. Sine is there outside and then omega t is there inside. And then you have to go inside and do the derivative of omega t. Kada? So you're left with AC omega cos of omega t. Ante. Next. We're talking about integration, students. Yeah, tell me. Nandini, you're saying something, Nandini? Yeah, chalo. So let's discuss about the integration, kada. Again, students, integration is also an operation. So Maldi will be discussing the same thing, kada. Chalo, good. Yeah. So I would like to take your attention again back to the same topic. So let's say na daggara oka operation unti 3 plus 4 is equals to 7 kada. Ee operation lo this 3 and this 4, they are called as my operands. Idi plus sign ante it is my operator, and this is my result kada. Addition ante oka operation untundi, subtraction is also an operation, multiplication is also an operation, and etc. So similarly, the integration is also an operation. So ela cheyali ante, the operation looks something like this. So this is the operator. Ardhamustundi kada? Now it is only the operator, students. So this is integral and this is d. Now I have to fill this with the valid operands. So aim operands, what operands would you take? Same rule, same principle, whatever operands we were taking in differentiation, we have to take the same operands here also. So you remember d by d of, we were taking two operands. Aim condition untundi ee scenario lo, you can simply say the operand over here is simply English letter kada. So ekkada kuda the operand would be simply an English letter. Ante. So what letter to take, sir? Let's say it is t itself. So d by dt ante. Now again the same condition, students. Okkasari you fix this operand over here, whatever operand you are taking in this box should have the same variable. Ardhamaindi? So if I am taking, let's say this is my integration operation. Ekkada I am using a variable y. For instance, let's say here if I say it is 2x square, valid, invalid andarki? Cheppandi. So 2x square dy, valid, invalid? Here the variable is y, here the variable is x. వేరే వేరే ఉంటుంది కదా. సో it is an invalid operation. Now what I have to do, I have to take an operation in which 2x square dx is there. Observe cheyandi, ekkada variable x, here also it is x, so that means it is a valid operation now. Ochindi kada? Chalo, good. So students, let's talk about the valid or invalid integration operations. So the first one is integral of x square dt. The second one, integral of sin x dy. The third one is integral of sin y dy. So this invalid. Ekkada? Invalid kada? Here also it is valid. Great. Let's talk about solution. Ela solve cheyali sir. I understood how to write valid or invalid integration, kani I don't know how to solve it. So let's see the integration solution. Ela solve cheyali ante, you observe one thing, differentiation and integration are reverse of each other. Ante. So if you are differentiating from left to right, integrate from right to left, you will get the same result. So that means the derivative of x cube enta vastundi kada. So it is coming out to be d by dx of x square enta. It is 3x square kada. So we went from left to right. Right to left ochi, you have to integrate it. So ante it is integral of 3x square dx should be equals to x cube. Ela cheyala sir ji? What is the rule? What is the rule? What is the rule? This 3 is their constant number. Take it out of the integration symbol. So you're left with 3 integral x square dx is equals to x cube. Ikkada nunchi x square dx is equals to x cube by 3. I'm getting some links, students. So let's try to analyze it. What's the formula? Formula enti ante, if you have the question x to the power n dx, you do one thing. The number is n kada. Increase cheyandi and it becomes x to the power n plus 1. The work is not over yet. You have to divide the same number here also. So it becomes n plus 1. For example, let's say integral of x cube dx. Em ostundi sir? It is x cube. So increase it by 1. It becomes x to the power 4 by 4. Ikkada kuda x to the power 7 dx ante it becomes x to the power 8 by 8. Here also x to the power 12 dx, that becomes x to the power 13 by 13 and so on so forth. Ardham vachinda kada? Now now let's say I have integral of 3x square dx. Ela solve cheyali sir ji? Here also my target is not 3, endukante it is a very small number. I am in class 11th, 12th, dropper now. My enemy is x square ekkada. So you simply lift it up, throw it out of the integration sign. So you simply pick it and throw it integration outside. So it becomes 3 integral x square dx kada. Eppudu x square ni integrate cheyochu kada. You know that how to integrate it. So it becomes 3 into integral of x square is x cube by 3. This 3 gets cancelled and you're only left with x square dx. Students, the picture is not over yet. We do have something known as constant of integration. So ela add cheyala constant ki ante, whenever you are asked with any question x to the power 4 dx, integrate cheyandi, it becomes x to the power 5 kada. So x to the power 5 by 5. The answer is not over yet. You have to introduce some constant of integration. Are rule, it is rule, so you remember it as rule only. Okay. Chalo, next. Let's talk about integration. Again, after integration, let's do the integration, differentiation, and then do integration. So I just have to eat like this, like this, like this also. Okay. For example, let's say I have to find integral of x to the power 4. Cheppandi, em ostundi sir? It is 4 over here, and I'll take this 5 divided by 5. Ante kada. So I have got the integration answer is this. So ఈ ఆన్సర్ ని I have to differentiate and check what is the answer for this. So d by dx of x to the power 5 by 5. ఎక్కడ కూడా this 5 is a number. I am not interested in number anymore. You take it and throw it out of the differentiation sign. So it becomes 1 by 5. And ఇక్కడ only d by dx of x to the power 5 is remaining. So differentiate cheyandi, cheppandi what is the derivative of it. So 1 by 5 into derivative of x ki power 5 enta ostundira, it is 5 into x to the power 4 kada. So e 5 ni cancel cheste you are left with x to the power 4 again, and ide na original question, x to the power 4 ochinda. Great. Next you have to remember the rules also. So the first rule is integral of x to the power n dx is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Rendudo you have integral of sin x dx, kani it will be minus of cos x plus c ekkada kuda, endukante you have to introduce a constant of integration all the times until and unless the limits are mentioned. Okay, next. Okay. I'll be slow. Endukante we have to complete the syllabus kada, so time is less. That is the reason why I'm trying to be a little fast. Next question, integral of cos x dx. You just keep it in your mind. Just remember these results. So the integration of cos x is sin x. Kani oka constant c is also there. Then you have to remember integral of e to the power x is e to the power x only, kani oka constant c kuda ostundi. Next, antera, you don't have to remember much about it. You're not GE students. Anyways, addition subtraction rule anedi same as differentiation. So how we were differentiating in addition, d by dx of x cube plus 4x square. You differentiate this and this kada independently. Ekkada kuda you integrate the same way. So integral of x cube plus 4x square ante cheppandi, you first take integral of x cube and then you take the integral of 4x square. Separate ga cheyali. Ade. Now tell me the integral of x cube. So it is x cube kada, you increase the power and you divide it with the same. Ekkada this 4 is not your enemy, so take it, throw it out of integration sign. You are left with x square dx. E term ni simplify cheyandi, so it becomes x to the power 4 by 4 plus 4 into power 2 kada, increase cheyandi, you will become x to the power 3 by 3 here. Now you are left with x to the power 4 by 4 plus 4 by 3 x cube. Ante. Oh, one more constant c is there, you have to introduce all the times until and unless the limits of the integration are given. So what are the limits? I'll tell you in the next slide. Integration with limits. This is the most asked topic in integration. For example, let's say I have this integration 1 to 2. Ekkada limits kuda ochindi kada. Cheppandi. So if the limits are also there, you have to write in a different way. For example, let's say 4x cube dx. Sirji, the limits are introduced now. Ela solve cheyalante. Do the same thing. Don't worry about the limits, okay? This 4 is not your enemy. Slowly take it out. Throw out of this integration symbol. You are left with 4 into integral of x cube dx kada. Limits kuda raskondi 1 and 2. Ekkada nunchi you can simplify for this integration sign and you are left with 4 into cheppandi x cube ki integration em ostundi. x to the power 4 kada. Are wow yaar, very good. So x to the power 4, the x and this x will get cancelled. Kani ippudu you have to write the limits 1 and 2 like this. So now substitute the upper limit and substitute the lower limit, but take the subtraction of it. I'll tell you. So a x ni place lo you have to substitute 2, so it becomes x to the power 4 kada, so it becomes 2 to the power 4. Take a negative sign and write the lower limit. What is the lower limit? 1 kada, so it's become 1 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4 enta vastundi sir? It is 16 minus 1 to the power 4 is 1 itself. So 16 minus 1 is 15. Students, ee scenario lo you don't have to take any integration constant kada. Great. So Nandini, I'll be going to start with units and dimensions tomorrow. Okay. Great, great. Chalo, next. Observe this question. It has been asked in NEET 2016. So your till date, the most difficult paper was asked in 2016, and after that this 2025 has broken all the records kada. Cheppandi. The velocity is this one, where a and b are the constants. Then the distance travelled in between 1 second and 2 seconds will be. Kani students, before attempting this question, I think we have to go for application of integration. So ekkada apply chestaru. The first thing that you will be applying is, again I am writing 3 values. So now first value is the distance, second is velocity, the third is the acceleration, right? Students, when you are talking about going down from distance to velocity, velocity to acceleration, em cheyala ante differentiate cheyala ante. You differentiate and you get the next values. So em maatladutunnavu sir ji, I'll write it. Observe, d by dt of s, distance ni differentiate chestunnaru ante it becomes automatically velocity v. Again differentiating velocity, d by dt of v will give me acceleration. Ante. But if you do the reverse process, what you will get? See, now I have to go upwards. So that means if I integrate acceleration, I'll get velocity. Again, if I integrate velocity, I'll get the distance. So ekkad nunchi you can write the integral of acceleration gives me velocity, and integral of velocity gives me the displacement. So these are the 4 formulas meeku gurt undale all the times. Great. Now let's see this question. Velocity of the particle is given by at plus bt square. I have to talk about the distance. So em cheyala sir ji, distance I have to find it from velocity and I have to integrate. Kani the limits are given to me in the question itself kada. So it is 1 second to 2 second ante. Substitute change velocity ki value. So it comes out to be at plus bt square dt from limit t is equals to 1 to t is equals to 2 seconds. Ippudu cheppandi, at ke integral em vastundi? So it is integral of at plus integral of bt square kada. Separate ga rayochu. So you can simply write the limit to be 1 and 2. Ekkada kuda the limits are 1 and 2. So students, a is a constant number. Again, it is not my target ray. You simply pick it and you throw it out of the integration sign. B is also constant. Pick it, throw it out of the integration sign. You are left with a into integral t dt plus b into integral t square dt. The limits are from 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Ante. T dt ante t to the power 1 kada. Increase, increase, increase. 1 becomes 2. Array, very good, very good, very good. So it becomes a into t square divided by 2, right? Plus b into square is there. Increase, increase. It becomes 3. Very good. So it becomes bt cube by 3. But you also have to keep the limits in mind. Okkasari, if you are coming till this, you just have to substitute the limits. Ante. So the equation that I've got is at squared by 2 plus bt cube by 3. The limits are 2 to 1. First 2 pettandi, then 1 pettandi. And then you are done with your answer. So a into, instead of t, put the value 2 divided by 2 plus b into t cube kada, t cube ante 2 cube divided by 3 minus, put the lower limit now. So what is the lower limit? So a into 1 square by 2 plus b into 1 cube by 3 kada. Great. So it's 2 square by 2 ante 4 by 2 ante 2 kada. So it is coming out to be 2a plus 2 cube is 8. 8b by 3. Very good, Sirji. And here you have to take a negative sign. So it automatically comes out to be minus of a by 2 plus b by 3. Now you take 2a minus a by 2. It automatically comes out 3a by 2. Ekkad nunchi you take 8b by 3 minus b by 3 ante 7b by 3. So this is my velocity. Sir, this is my distance kada. So this is the distance covered. And the next, force A is equals, F is equals to A plus bx square, acts in x direction, work done by force is 5 joules when the displacement is by 1 meters. I have to find work, so work is integral f into dx. A hint raskondi ikkad nunchi. So you can simply say this is the hint. I did not give you the question, everybody. Chalo, cheppandi. It should be plus 7b by 3, Isha. You just check it. Good, very good by the way. Chalo. So W is integral f dx kada. So W should be integral of force. What is force? Force is A plus bx square. You have to integrate dx. Kani, the displacement has been done by 1 meter. So you can simply start 0 and you can edit at 1. Kada? Great. Work has been given to you, right? You have to find the value of B only. A ki value kuda vastundi. So it is 1 Newton. Substitute cheyandi. Work is how much? The work is directly given to you as 5 joules kada. Substitute. So it is 5 joules is equals to integral 0 to 1. The value of A is 1 kada. So it is 1 plus B into x square. Ante. So you differentiate. Integrate it. Sorry. So ela integrate cheyala sir ji em cheyala ippudu em cheyala separate it re. Separate it 0 to 1 into 1 dx kada. Plus again 0 to 1 bx square into dx. Great. Now what is the value of integral 1 dx? Students, integral 1 dx ante, can I write it as integral x to the power 0 dx? Or yes, I can write it. Now I can do this. It's 0, integration will increase the value, it becomes 1. Kada? Divide x by 1 is x itself. So here also you have to write integral 1 dx is x itself, plus b is a constant, it is not your target, you simply lift it and throw it out of the integration sign, integral of x square dx. So ekkada you have to consider the limits 1 to 0 kada. So kasari 1 pette, you have to, okay, first integrate it. So 1 x plus b into integral x square and x cube by 3 kada. Now substitute the limits 0 to 1. So when I'm putting the limit as 1, so I'll get 1 plus b into 1 cube by 3 kada. 1 cube by 3 is 1 by 3. So it is b by 3. Minus lower limit cheppandi. So x is 0, everything becomes 0 at where? Minus 0. So this is the total value of the work done, that is equals to 5 joules. So ekkad nunchi 1 plus b by 3 is equals to 5. Send it over there. B by 3 is 4. Send it over there. B is equals to 4 into 3, that is 12. Ade. So this is the question asked in JEE actually. Chalo, let's talk about the average values of the quantities. Students, OG 55, we will be talking about the shortcuts or the smart tricks towards the end of your session. I'll give you at least 700 to 800 shortcuts, okay? Don't worry about it. Next. average values of quantities. For example, let's say I have the average or the value of power of a given condition or a given bulb is given as T squared plus 2T. Ante. So I'll write it only this much. Now always remember, when you are talking about average power, you only talk about integral. So now you have to integrate the power divided by integral dt. Similarly, if you're talking about average values, you integrate the value, whatever it's there, average power, average work, average force, average speed, average distance, average displacement, substitute. Substitute, if you're done, then you dx divided by integral dx should be there. What should I write in this box, sir? I can write power, I can write force, I can write work and etc. But you have to observe whatever it is there, it is x or it is t or it is any other value. You have to do it by yourself, okay? So if it is asking me to find power average, what should I do, Ray? What should I do? I can simply say power average is equals to integral of p dt. Endukante it is t function kada, divided by integral dt. But it is not asked to use substitute cheyandi, so it's simply equals to t square plus 2t dt divided by integral dt. Integral dt ante enta vastundi sir? Dt ante 1 into dt kada. 1 you can write it as t to the power 0 also. So you can then simplify, increase 0 by 1, it becomes t to the power 1 ante t itself. So here you can integrate t square, integrate chesi ela kuda rayochu. So it is t cube by 3 kada, and it becomes t square divided by enta vastundi t kada. So this t gets cancelled, t cube nunchi t get cancelled, it becomes t square by 3, and t square nunchi t got cancelled ante it becomes t itself. So this is my average power. It all depends on you, okay? Great. Chalo. You're not required for this, Ray. Let's skip it. Chalo. Last. We are left with integration as area of a curve. So students, na daggara oka curve unte or graph unte, for example, let's say y is equals to x square. So what is the graph, sir ji? What is the graph for y is equals to x square? This is the graph for y is equals to x square kada. Now I have to integrate this curve. Differentiate, when we are doing the differentiation, what did I tell you? Differentiation is the slope of tangent of curve kada. Ekkada integration is nothing but the area under the curve, whatever area it is there. Chalo. So if at all I have to find the area from x is equals to 1 meter to x is equals to 2 meters. So ela find cheyala sir ji ee area ante, this is the area kada. So when you're talking about the area, you can simply integrate the curve. So area is equals to integral of, what should I write, Ray? What should I write? I should write integral of x square dx. Kani, what are the limits? The limit is 1 to 2 kada. Substitute cheyandi. The limit starts from 1, ends at 2. Integrate chesi x square ni integral enta? It is x cube by 3 kada. X cube by 3. Very good, sir ji. Upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1. అర్థమైంది కదా? Substitute చేయండి. 2 substitute చేస్తే I'll get 2 cube by 3. Take a negative sign. 1 substitute చేస్తే I'll get 1 cube by 3. Very good, sir ji. I understood. Now you can simply say 2 cube is 8 kada. Minus 1 cube is 1 itself. 8 minus 1 is 7 by 3. So this is the area under the curve. So students, how would you apply this? So remember, me daggara, when you were discussing about kinematics, you have AT VT graphs also. Okay, so me daggara AT graphs untundi, VT graph is also there. So ee graph gurinchi maatladte, so let's say this is acceleration versus time graph. So AT graph, you integrate it, the area simply gives you the velocity. అర్థం వస్తుంది కదా? So when you talk about AT graph, integral A dt is V. Similarly, మీ దగ్గర VT graphs ఉంటే so if at all you have VT graphs like this, so velocity versus time graph kada. So VT graph lo area గురించి మాట్లాడాలంటే you can simply integrate integral V dt is equals to displacement, and this area is the displacement. Arey, what I'm writing here? So this area is displacement. ఎక్కడ కూడా AT graph ఉంటే the area is velocity కదా. So this is something that you have to remember. ఎందుకంటే you are always not given with these complex graphs. So if this is the question, sir, let's say this is my AT graph. So this is acceleration, this is time. 0 second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second. And this maximum height, let's say, is given to you as 10. And they're telling you to find the speed from this. So ఎలా find చేస్తారు అంటే you can simply take the area. అర్థం వస్తుంది కదా. So you can simply take this area, and this area you can call it as speed or velocity. So what is the area of a triangle? Half into base into height kada. Substitute half, base enta 6, height enta 10. So 60 half ante it is 30. So this is my speed, 30 meter per second. So you can also say integration as the area under the curve also. Next. Let's talk about a question now. The AT graph for a motion So this is the acceleration and ide na time. The graph says something like this. So what is the graph, right? What is the graph? I can simply say kada? What should the equation for this? So you can simply say root t. So it starts from 0 and it's ending at 4. So ekkada nunchi na goal enti ante I have to find the speed at the end of 4 seconds. From 0 to 4 seconds. Ela find cheyala sir ji? You can simply write the formula. Velocity is integral A dt kada. Gurtunda, I have told you I have displacement S, I have speed V, I have acceleration A. If you are going down, kindaki velte, you have to differentiate the equation, and painaki oste, you have to integrate it kada. So what is given and what is asking? Given is acceleration. Chudandi. Acceleration is given kada, and what is asking? Asking is velocity. So acceleration given, I have to find velocity coming up, right? So coming up ante integration cheyali. So it is the integration. Substitute. What is the value of A? The value of A is root t kada. So V is equals to simply root t dt. Ante. So root t ante how much? T to the power 1 by 2 kada. Yeah. Good. Very good. Kani the limits. What are the limits? Starting from 0 and ending at enta 4 kada. Substitute. So 0 to 4. So ekkada nunchi you can simply write 0 to 4 t to the power 1 by 2 dt. Cheppandi, what should be the integral of t to the power 1 by 2? What is the value of integral t to the power 1 by 2? So it is t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 kada, 3 by 2. Can you also have to divide with the same number, 3 by 2 itself. So it would be t to the power 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 kada. Denominator, we studied this also in the basics of mathematics part 1. Cheppandi, limits start from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 4 seconds. Substitute change. Substitute cheste, what are you getting? You're simply getting 2 into t to the power 3 by 2 ante 4 to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 minus lower limit 2 into t to the power 3 by 2 ante 0 to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 itself. So when you simplify, 4 to the power 3 by 2 ante enta. So it is 2 into, can I simply say 4 to the power 3 by 2 ante, it's a square root of 4 kada. So it's 2. So 2 cube divided by 3 minus 0 itself. So it is 2 cube is 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 by 3 is 16 by 3 itself. So the velocity I'm getting, V is equals to 16 by 3 meters per second. Ante. So now I'll give you one more question. Mm, 2 seconds. What do we find? Chalo, try to do it. Andariki attempt cheyandi. So what is the answer, students? Emostundi. So let's see. So you can simply say that displacement is integral of velocity kada. Substitute cheyandi. So it comes out to be 3t squared plus 4t cube plus 5t to the power 4 dt. Separate ga raste, what you are left with is integral of 3t squared dt plus integral of 4t cube dt plus integral of 5t to the power 4 dt. Ante kada. Kani you observe the limits from beginning to 2 seconds untunde. It is from 0 to 2, 0 to 2, 0 to 2. Ante? Now you have to integrate it. 3 is not your enemy. Lift it up, throw it. 4, lift it, throw it. Lift it, throw it. So 3 integral of t square dt plus 4 integral of t cube dt plus 5 integral of t to the power 4 dt. Ante kada. Now 3 into integral t square enta ostundira. So it is t square kada, increase by 1 it becomes t cube. So it becomes t cube by 3 plus 4 into t cube is there, increase by 1 it becomes t to the power 4 by 4 plus again 5 into integral of t to the power 5 by 5 kada. So this 5 gets cancelled, 4 gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled. Kani don't forget the limits. The limits are from 0 to 2. Substitute cheyandi. When you are substituting the limits, the upper limit will be t cube ante 2 cube plus t to the power 4 ante 2 to the power 4 plus t to the power 5 ante 2 to the power 5 kada. So it is t cube plus t to the power 4 plus t to the power 5 minus the lower limit. చెప్పండి lower limits ఏమొస్తుంది? So it is t cube అంటే 0 cube plus t to the power 4 అంటే 0 to the power 4 plus t to the power 5 అంటే 0 to the power 5. So it is 0 cube plus 0 4 plus 0 5. ఇది మొత్తం 0 వస్తుంది కదా? Right from here 2 to the power 5 is 32. 2 to the power 4 is 16. 2 cube is 8. So 8 plus 16, 24. 24 plus 32 ante 56. So what was asked? Distance kada? So distance is equals to 56 meters. Right? Now students, I just want to go through a quick summary of whatever we discussed and then we'll be done with this session. Great, chalo. So first of all, we talked about differentiation. చెప్పండి. So this comes out as multiply చేయండి. 3 into 4 becomes 12 కదా? X cube plus 4 is a constant number. I don't have to do anything. Leave it as it is re. Derivative of sin x is how much? Cos x kada? Plus 6 is also a constant number. I don't have to do anything. Leave it as it is re. E to the power x. Derivative anta vastundi. E to the power x kada? Plus 7 is again a constant number. Leave it as it is. The derivative of log x is 1 by x. You must remember each and every formula for differentiation. So it's 12x cube plus 4 cos x plus 6 into e to the power x plus 7 by x. Ante. Next, integral of, I have to find, what should I write? E to the power x plus cos x plus 8x to the power 7 dx. Cheppandi. So when you're writing integral of e to the power x dx plus integral of cos x dx plus integral of 8x to the power 7 dx kada? Cheppandi. Integral of e to the power x is how much? E to the power x only. Good. Plus integral of cos x is how much? Sin x. It's not minus sin x, right? It's sin x. Plus integral of 8 is not my enemy. So take it out. Keep it away. Integral of x to the power 7 enta. So it is x to the power 8 kada, divided by 8. E8 gets cancelled and you are left with e to the power x plus sin x plus x to the power 8. Kani, do you think the limits are there? The limits are not there kada. So you have to add a constant by yourself, some constant c. Limits unte you don't have to add it. You can directly substitute the upper limit, lower limit, take the subtraction, ade, ante. Chalo, good. Next. Find the slope of tangent to the curve y is equals to 3x square plus 4x cube at point 2, 44. ఎలా solve చేస్తారు? How would you solve it? What did I say? You remember? Remember గుర్తుందా? Everyone? Chalo, tell me. So how would you do it, Ray? What is asked? The slope of tangent kada. What is slope of tangent? Derivative. Differentiate. Or a good. What I have to differentiate it. Ante I have to find dy by dx. Simplify cheyandi. You're left with d by dx of 3x square plus 4x cube kada. Good. Do it separately everyone. So 3 into 2 becomes 6. Into x, power 2 is there, differentiating, power reduced by 1, 2 becomes 1, so it becomes 6x to the power 1. Ekkada kuda multiply cheyandi, this is 4 and this is 3 kada, so 4 3s are 12. X, power is 3, you are differentiating, in differentiation, power gets reduced, 3 becomes 2, ante, this is my derivative, dy by dx. What is this derivative, Ray? This derivative is nothing but the slope of tangent to the given curve. Aim point, what is the point given to me? X is 2 kada. I don't have to do anything with this 44. It is just to confuse me. Meeku confuse cheyadaniki, it has given this value 44, nothing else. So substitute the value at x is equals to 2. So it becomes 6 into 2 plus 12 into x square ante 2 square kada. So it becomes 12 plus 12 into 4, that is equals to 60. So ade na slope of a tangent at a point 2, 44 for the given curve. Ardhamaindi andariki? Chalo. I'll give you a few more homework questions and then we can wind up with this session. Andariki. First, if y is equals to 3x square plus 4x cube plus 5e to the power x plus 7 sin x, find dy by dx. First. Second, find integral of y dx. Ante. You have to calculate both of them. Okay, try it. Do it now only. Chalo, let's see. Yeah, tell me. So, y is equals to 3x square plus 4x cube plus 5e to the power x plus 7 sin x kada. So, firstly, we will calculate dy by dx. Cheppandi. So, dy by dx ante, d by dx of mottam. So, it is 3x square plus 4x cube plus 5e to the power x plus 7 sin x kada. Okay, differentiate cheyandi. 3 2s are 6. X square is there. You are differentiating. In differentiation, power gets reduced by 1. So it becomes 6x to the power 1 kada. Ekkada kuda multiply cheyandi. 4 3s are 12. X power 3 is there. Differentiating becomes power 2. Plus 5 is not my enemy. It is a constant number kada. Differentiation, take it out of it. 5 remains 5 itself. E to the power x. Derivative is e to the power x itself. Plus 7 is again not my enemy. It's a number ray. You just take it as it is. Sin x derivative, you write it as cos x. Ante. So this is the derivative of all of it. Now we have to talk about integral y dx. So how would you do it? Integral y dx ante integral of all of it. So it is 3x square plus 4x cube plus 5 into e to the power x. Yeah, plus 7 sin x kada. Plus 7 into sin x. Ante. So when you do this, do it independently. So integral of 3x square dx plus integral of 4x cube plus integral of 5e to the power x plus integral of 7 sin x dx. I am writing dx everywhere. Yeah? You don't have to get confused for this. So integral 3x square. 3 is not my enemy. Take it out. So 3 is outside integral x square dx. Plus again 4 is not my enemy. Take it out. You are left with integral x cube dx. Plus again 5 is nothing I have to do. Take it out. Left with e to the power x. Ekkada kuda you take 7 outside and you are left with sin x only. So, eppudu raskondi, what is the integral of x square? X square ante you are integrating, power gets increased. So, it is x to the power 3 by 3 itself. Ekkada kuda 4 is as it is, integral x cube, power is 3, you have to increase power by 1, power becomes 4 by 4. Plus here also integral 5 is 5. e to the power x integral is e to the power x only. Plus 7 is 7. Sin x ki integral em ustundi ante it is minus cos x. So you have to remember all of it. 3 3 cancel, 4 4 cancel. Ante x cube plus x to the power 4 plus 5 into e to the power x kada plus, sorry, it's not plus, it should be minus, right? So it is minus 7 into cos x. Ante. So this is the integration, this is the differentiation. Good, good, good. Chalo. So that was all for today, everybody. We will be starting with units and dimension. Repandi nunchi. Units and dimensions chesi we will shift to vectors. A tarvata we will shift to your class 12 syllabus, okay, whatever you are asking for. The basics of 12th. So electric charges and potential maybe. Good. Chalo, andariki. So we can wrap up with this, right? Sorry. Yeah. Good. So I think we can wind up. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much, Isha. Thank you so much. Nandini, very good. Yeah, thank you so much. Andariki. Bye, bye, bye. Shalini, bye. Chalo. Are before you leave the session, hit a like. Re. All of you like it. And then you may leave it, okay? Chalo. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. Yeah. I was seeing your message from the beginning itself, Isha. Why are you telling like that?